I just minted some BTC USD plus by the way.
Nice, nice. All right, well, it looks like we have YouTube. So why don't we get this party started? So welcome everyone to PieDAO development call number 3. Looks like it's going to be a small group. Probably should have announced this one a little bit earlier, but this is a giantly different time than normal, but that's what happens. So first item on the agenda is introductions, but I think we have all been introduced on previous calls. So I'm going to go ahead and skip over that. We've got Gab and Mick and myself from the core team, and Travis, our bounty contributor on the call today. And so we can dive right into USD++. So you might have seen USD++ launched. So that's cool. We have a couple of updates to the minting, which kind of came out of that. Although we have a much bigger set of updates planned, as I will talk about in a little bit. Let me go ahead and share my screen, and I'll show, for the sake of our YouTube or future audience, what we have here. So usd.piedao.org or piedao.org will both show our new USD++ landing page with brilliant graphics, as always, by Nico. And we've got some updates to our language to reflect that. We've got our 2 cards active now, AWP++ coming soon. And so we can go ahead and land on the minting page like we normally would. The allocation for this one is quite a bit different. In this particular account, I don't have any DAI, SUSD, TUSD, or USDC. Those are the 4 that go into this token. And so I would definitely need to have those for these to be green and available. But we did go ahead and update, get rid of the slider and replace it with a text box. So if you want 100 USD++, you can just type in 100. You don't have to mess around with that stupid slider anymore. So that's kind of nice. Unfortunately, you do still have to mess around with the stupid slider on the BTC version of this page, because we did not update that yet. That is something that we'll be updating as we move into the next part of, or the work that I'm going to talk about in the next part of the section. So you can see that still is this painful slider. And I can't demo how painful it is, but if you've used it, you know it is. So on our agenda here, next we have the upcoming Web3 changes, which I do want to go over. I probably should have dropped a link in here. Mick, do you have a link to that you could drop in the chat? It's in the design channel of Discord. I can probably grab it here. Let's see here. Where is that design channel? Okay, so Nico has gone through and designed a number of nifty versions of this. We have some of the early iterations down near the bottom of the page, and I'll post a link to this in the updated document about this call, but this is some of the earlier work around this. We've kind of moved on to the newer simple and advanced view here. So we got a nice your balance view up top and what token you're dealing with, some stats about how much BAL rewards you should be getting from the balancer team over the course of a year of holding the same balance. We've got some minting capability here, a couple of nice new buttons of 25, 50, 75, and 100% of a single asset. And so this is the work that Travis is going to be doing in the next couple of weeks. This is how it's going to look on the minting page. So you'll be able to select your PBTC or your WBTC, IMBTC, and and go ahead and unlock that and mint directly from that. It'll show you the expected slippage, et cetera, et cetera. We'll also show where you can buy BTC++ or USD++ and the allocation breakdown, a number of the informational links about how the individual pool works and is structured. So that'll be a really nice upgrade. We're going to be finalizing this view and the advanced view over the course of the next week or two and getting that into story form on our ZenHub board so that anyone who wants to participate in the building out of this can. And this is what the advanced tab is going to look like. More or less, we need to work out a few different things. There's been some comments about maybe reversing the order of these two boxes because it's not exactly clear what you're minting or what order that goes in and where the call to action is. So this would be minting from each individual asset, and this would be a single click or a modal of some sort that would allow you to just buy it very easily through one of the buy opportunities down here, either Uniswap or Balancer, probably. But we still haven't gotten to the exact spec on that. So obviously everything else about this page is the same. So that's some cool stuff you can look forward, that we're looking forward to building. And if you're interested in being part of the development process, we'd love to have you hop in on it during that part of the development cycle. Probably in about 2 or 3 weeks is when we'll be looking to churn that out. So as always, you can go to the Discord server if you're not already part of it. That can be found at the bottom of any of our website pages, a link to it. And you can go ahead and hop into the development channel to talk to us about joining the bounty program and becoming a developer on a bounty/contract basis for PieDAO. And with that out of the way, we can move on to Travis, who's going to give an update of where the bounties are at that he's taken on. He has, you might remember from the previous call, he got the first set of bounties. One of them has already been merged. So congratulations, Travis. You are officially the first bounty developer. Out of that, we've discovered that we have another thing that we want to add to the DAO, where we want to be able to mint bounty tokens to someone's address on their behalf. So we've got some internal discussion about possibly doing an upgrade to the Aragon DAO, or maybe adding another app to allow for that. At the moment, you have to request your tokens manually yourself and use your own gas, et cetera, et cetera. If you happen to be using a keep key or something that maybe doesn't work right out of the gate with Aragon, it's really hard to get that to the address that you actually want it to. You want to have that DOE token on. So all of that being said, Travis, you want to give us an update?
Sure. So I finished a function, pretty simple ticket to just surface normalized weight for given token. And I apologize, I don't have GitHub plugin installed. Got what it was called rarely.
No problem. Is anyone else hearing Travis kind of break up, or is that just my connection?
Yeah, me too.
It's breaking up. Okay, 1 second. Let me fix.
Travis, unfortunately, had
that
a
any better?
computer. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, I was just saying you had an unfortunate computer outage last week, and so that delayed the bounties a little bit, and also has you in the position where you had to reinstall Zoom for this call and have to reinstall all the things. So
yeah, so I'm missing little pieces, so I can't actively look at tickets at the moment because I don't remember what the name of that plugin was. What was it we were using?
ZenHub. Yeah, ZenHub.
ZenHub. Thank you. God, my mind is gone. So I'm working on, I know it's ticket 27. I'm working on 27. 30 and 31 will come later in the week and next week. and that is to implement single asset entry and exit. So that's where I'm at with those.
Awesome, awesome. And 27, for anyone not looking at it, I'll actually share my screen again. I can show this ticket. Second. So it's 27 on the Pi Smart Pools repo. And basically this is creating two functions that throw clear errors for interface functions that Balancer has, but we don't actually support. So we want to make sure that if anybody does try to call these in the future, they get a clear error saying that we do not support these functions. This is a custom PieDAO implementation, and we want to prove that out in unit tests. So that's a cool function to have. One of the things we feel we are missing a lot in this industry is clear errors when something goes wrong. So it's going to be great for us to kind of lead the way a little bit on that. And then as Travis was mentioning, we have issue 30 and issue 31, which deal with joining from a single asset in the pool, as we showed on that simple interface. That's what's going to enable you to join, for instance, BTC++ from only PBTC without having to source each individual token. So we're really excited to have that functionality out in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, me too. I would have added USD plus this morning, but I don't SUSD or USD. I cannot.
Yeah, sorry, you're breaking up again.
Oh, sorry. I still haven't gotten all my gate and stuff fixed up yet on my.
Yeah, no worries, man. Travis
So if
has
I
a
don't
very
talk for-
complicated microphone setup, which makes him sound wonderful once it's working, but
if I don't talk right into it, it's just cutting off my voice because it's trying to filter out background noise. So when I turn my head away, it's not picking me up.
gotcha. Yeah, cool. So yeah, you'll be able to do single asset entry with that once you get that functionality in, so you don't have to buy SUSD, which I know you don't want to do. So or USDC.
Yeah, I equally
For
don't
that
want to
matter.
buy any USDC myself either. So
Yeah, cool. All
I'm
right.
holding a mountain of Tether, TUSD, and DAI at the moment.
Well, maybe we should have a conversation for anyone who's listening to this call and doesn't know. Sometimes for initial liquidity, we can kind of match people who have different types of liquidity so that we don't have to have everybody incur the fee of acquiring all the assets, et cetera, et cetera. So maybe we can talk about that after the call a little bit. If you have a bunch of TUSD that you want to provide, maybe we can match that with others who have something else. And get the same effect before this is done. Cool. All right. Well, that brings us to the end, I believe, of the agenda for today. We have a rather short call today. I was out on vacation most of last week, and we were doing a number of different things related to launching USD++ and doing some tests of various protocols for an upcoming token that we hope to start talking about soon. So there wasn't a lot of forward progress on the UI or the smart contracts, but we should be seeing much more forward progress in the coming weeks as we finalize that design from Nico and Alessio and move into a more robust UI development phase. Alessio, I see you joined the call. You have anything you want to add on the development side?
Not really. Like, I just want to say I'm very excited to get the single asset entry done and eventually the new UI. I think that will be extremely beneficial for a large number of people that wants to participate in minting but find difficult to do all the number of steps. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, hope to see that soon. If you guys have some clarity of how that process will look like, I think we are waiting probably for one last round of feedback after the last comments of Kit Blake. And I think we should be ready to spec it.
Yeah, so anyone who might be watching this and wants to participate in that that conversation, presuming it's still going on. The design channel is the place to do that. Again, you can find a link to our Discord at in the footer of PieDAO.org or any of our other sites, most of our Medium articles, Twitter account, etc. We should probably have a link to that actually on the YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube as well. So maybe I'll go ahead and add that after the call. And yeah, we're looking forward to moving beyond the simple interface and into something a little bit more feature complete.
Awesome.
Cool. All right, guys, like always, I have some POAP tokens for the 5 of us who participated in the call today. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the share and the YouTube live stream now and disperse those. So if you're watching this after the fact or you've been watching the live stream, thank you very much. And feel free to hop into Discord and comment if you have any comments, or keep an eye on the ZenHub/GitHub issues to see if there's any bounties you want to pick up. We'd love to have you develop as part of our team. Thanks.